Hi. Today I'm going to be playing Flicker. If you've never played this game, it's where everyone gets roles and there is a good and an evil team, and the good team wants to vote out all the evil team, while the evil team wants to vote out all the good team. Whichever team is left in the end wins. Also, every night the lights will turn off and people will be able to use their abilities. For example, the murderer will be able to kill someone and I'm detective, so I will get clues, which will say something along the lines of at least one of these players are evil. Then you'll have to denominate the players on the clues till you know 2 of the 3 listed are good, so the last one must be evil. People can say their roles, but sometimes they may lie to win. Rainbow says they're clown, which means that their goal of the game is to get voted out, so they lose if they don't get voted out or get killed. They are most likely telling the truth, but they could be an evil role pretending to be clown to not get voted out. I've gotten my first clue, which says at least one of these players are evil: Elvis Presley, Cookie Silky, or Emily. I've wrote this in my journal, because when someone dies, then everyone gets to see their journal, so if I die then maybe this could help them figure out who's evil. The lights have turned on and Rainbow, who said they were the clown, was killed by the assassin. Clown is a neutral role, so this doesn't really affect the evil or good team. But if the murderer was worried they would be the one chosen by the clown to die if they were voted out, I see why they would have picked to kill them. The assassin is pretty much the murder's sidekick, and they only get 1 kill, so now that they've used it on the clown, we don't have to worry about the assassin killing anymore. Now everyone must decide who we are voting out. The person's name in front of me is named December 5th, so I asked them what happened on December 5th. Turns out they named themselves the date of their birthday. It is now time that everyone votes. I'm voting D's, as they're not talking or standing where the rest of us are standing. While this doesn't mean they're evil, I'm just guessing, as sometimes when people are evil they may hide so people forget they're in the game and don't vote them. Elvis Presley has sadly been voted off. In their journal they say they are survivor. While this is most likely true, the roles people say in their journal aren't always true, as people may do it to help the evil team by making detective notes more confusing, or having a better chance to be saved by the savior. Now that we have figured out that Elvis is most likely good, that means that either Cookie or Emily are probably evil. Ignore how I wrote Emily instead of Elvis for being good. I fixed it later when I realized. I've received my second clues. This says that at least one of these players are evil: Figure-Seek, Cookie Silky, or Unrain. Sorry, ignore me having my journal in the way it kept saying it was tagging. Sue's AB has been killed by the murderer. They were a survivor. A weird coincidence is when I was a survivor a week or 2 ago for a few rounds I wrote that same song in my journal, but made it the actual "I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it" lyrics. I wonder if they got inspiration and they were in the game, cause I've never seen someone write that same song in their journal before. Either way, it's a weird coincidence. December had asked who was a detective or a psychic, so I decided to tell them in a note that I believe it is Cookie, as I'd gotten 2 clues saying it is Cookie. I didn't want to say my role, I just wanted to hint at it and hope she got it, because if it dropped then there would be a good chance I'd be killed. I voted Cookie because they had shown up in my notes twice, and although it doesn't confirm if someone is evil, if they show up in your notes twice it does mean there is a pretty good chance. In case December was evil and killed me due to knowing I was a good role, I decided to put in my journal that I'd told her so people would know that it could be her. Nothing has been voted out, and they were the Muffin Man, who is really just a survivor, but they're able to hand out a muffin each night to whoever they choose. It then became night again, and my journal kept tagging, when I added about telling December about how I believe it's Cookie, so I kept having to fix it. My clues are that at least one of these players are good, Mommy or D's. The at least one of these players are evil clues I believe are much more helpful. Mommy has died and they said they were a spy which is on the good team. The spy can select a player, and see if anybody used any abilities on that player. This role is good to catch the murderer, as if someone had used an ability on a player who has just been killed by the murderer, then it will show who the murderer is. I decided to send another note to December, as they hadn't really said anything about Cookie, although I'd sent the note about thinking that it's Cookie. December said that they didn't receive the note, so I sent a note saying how I believe that it's Cookie, but I don't want to say it out loud, or they may vote me out. It's now time to vote another player, and I've decided to vote Cookie, as they appeared in my notes twice as potentially being evil. Cookie has been voted out, and while they didn't say what their role was in their journal, spoiler alert, it had turned out that they were evil in the end. I'd then gotten a note that says that at least one of these players are evil, Michaela, Unrainbow, or Emily. Emily has died and they say in their journal that they were a survivor. This means that if Emily is telling the truth about their role, then Michaela, or Unrain, is evil. I then decided to tell December that it's either Unrain or Michaela, as I feel like if they were the murderer, they would have killed me. I then asked Michaela their role to see if they would say a role that would eliminate them from being potentially evil. Michaela had said they were survivor, which is usually the role said when one is evil. Michaela could be telling the truth though, so I asked Unrain what their role was. Unrain didn't respond, so I decided to vote Unrain, and if it wasn't Unrain, I was going to vote Michaela next. In Unrain's journal they sadly didn't tell us their role, or give us anything helpful to decide if they were evil or not. Sadly, this is where everything went downhill for the good team. Sadly, December had been killed and my clue wasn't helpful, as it just said everyone who was still alive besides me was a possibility. My guess was it was Michaela, as they had told me they were survivor previously, and had they appeared in my notes twice. Still, I questioned Figure on his role in case. I also told them both my role, so they wouldn't vote me. Figure had said he was spy, but Mommy had said in their journal, and assuming that Mommy had told the truth, this means that Figure was lying about his role. Figure, then realizing that someone else already said they were spy, corrected themselves and stated that they were a survivor. I then questioned if maybe Michaela was good and that the other person, who hadn't stated their role when they had been voted out, was evil. I had asked Figure why they had said they were spy if they are a survivor. They then randomly said that it was due to them having ADHD. Ignore how trash my spelling is of correlation. I decided to vote Figure, as they had stated that they were spy, and then after realizing someone else was already spy, they said they were survivor. Also, I hadn't realized it in the game, but Figure had also had 2 clues with his name. I'd completely forgotten that 2 people could be evil. Both Michaela and Figure were evil, so I was pretty much destined to lose after December had died due to the numbers. All I can say is that at least I'd gotten 1 evil out. Thanks for watching, and feel free to tell me in the comments if you'd like more videos like this or more videos playing Flicker. Have a good day or night. Bye.